Milwaukee Avenue, which ends here in Gurnee, is older than the city of Chicago itself. It began its life as a well-traveled trail for the indigenous communities who lived and continue to live in what is now the Chicagoland area. Despite its popularity with early settlers, it remained informal and hard to travel on into the 19th century. In 1849, the road was paved with wooden planks and turned into a private toll road. According to the Wheeling Historical Society, it would cost travelers upwards of $1.30 to travel from downtown Chicago to its end in the town of Wheeling, more than $50 in today's money.
And in true Chicagoland fashion, the construction did little to ease travel. Despite the high cost for travelers, poor maintenance meant that the road remained a swampy mess.
In 1870, the road was purchased by Amos J. Snell, who financed repairs and added gravel over the planks. Problem solved? Not exactly. In just a few years, the road was once again covered in mud and was a swampy mess, much to the frustration of the ever-increasing number of travelers. The toll road was so unpopular that people stole the gates and chopped them up for firewood. New roads, like Belden, formed as people tried to get around the toll gates on Milwaukee Avenue. Those who tried to avoid the tolls were chased and threatened. But Snell quickly became one of the richest men in Chicago.
Then, in 1888, Snell was shot and killed in an apparent robbery at his mansion near Union Park. While the papers gave sensational coverage to the murder, it's likely that few in the area shed many tears for the toll road baron. His heirs attempted to continue collecting tolls on the road, but the Chicago City Council declared the toll houses illegal. However, the ruling soon became tied up in court, and travelers continued to pay hefty fees. Tired of waiting, local residents concocted a plan to rid themselves of the hated toll houses once and for all.
On May 1st, 1890, a mob of 50 men in wagons smashed the Fullerton and Belmont toll gates. The Fullerton toll house stood here at a modern-day 7-Eleven. A few days later, a crowd of nearly 200 people marched on the Fullerton toll house and demanded its removal. Soon, the structure was ablaze, and a gleeful crowd celebrated as the fire department battled the flames.
The next day, local amateur photographer William Landshaft captured this image. And within a week, the Illinois Supreme Court decided that the toll houses couldn't be inherited and had to be dismantled.
So, Milwaukee Avenue became a proper city street. And as development continued, it covered the last of the prairie still visible in Landshaft's photo. And by 1923, Milwaukee Avenue was paved, and the hated plank road and its tolls became nothing but a memory. However, Milwaukee Avenue's role as a central route into downtown Chicago was soon replaced by wide and well-paved expressways in the mid-1900s. Still, it remained the beating heart of an ever-expanding Chicagoland area, providing new opportunities to the towns it could pass through. It also became home to many of the ethnic enclaves that make the Chicagoland area so special.
As one historian wrote in 1911, what Soho is to London, this diagonal avenue is to the Garden City. By turns, the Greek, Italian, German, Scandinavian, Russian, Lithuanian, and Pole monopolized the street signs, the corner newsstands, the sidewalks, and the cars, or proclaimed to the passing nose one aspect of their national delicacies. While the ethnic populations may have shuffled around in the past 100 years, Milwaukee Avenue has remained a center of life for many.
Milwaukee Avenue, end to end, aims to cover and honor the history, tradition, and places that make Chicago's original road what it is today. Make sure to follow along for food reviews, local and ethnic history, recommendations, and so much more.